Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions upon a 2013 horror film by the name of I Spit on Your Grave 2. This film is actually a sequel to the remake that came out 3 years ago in the year of 2010 by the name of I Spit on Your Grave. As I said, this film is a remake to the film that came out in the year of 1978, done by director Mir Zarchi. He also did a film back in 2002 by the name of Don't Mess With My Sister. As I said, it came out in the year of 2002. And once again, 1978 by the name of, once again, I Spit on Your Grave. Now, the remakes are both done by the same director. He did not write the films. The first one was written by a few different people. The first one was actually written by Stuart Morse, and of course, he did the screenplay, and of course, based off the Mir Zarchi film back in 1978. Well, the sequel was actually written by two different people, Neil Ellman and then Thomas Fenton. Neil Ellman has written many TV movies. He's did Mongolian Deathworm, Sea Beast, Throttle, and then a movie in 06 by the name of Caved In. Thomas Fenton, once again, has written a few things. He did the story. He was one of the ones who did the story for Saw 4, Chain Letter, Terminator, Belly of the Beast, and then Striking Point back in the year 1995. So you can see that these writers are not new to the table. They have done many things in their writing filmography career. And as I said, Stephen R. Monroe did not write them, but did direct the first and second one, and he is known for directing many films. Stephen R. Monroe did Ogre, a TV, I believe it's a sci-fi original film that came out back in the year of 2008. I could be wrong. 12 Disasters of Christmas is a sci-fi film that came out this year. Anyways, a lot of the stuff he does is original TV, made-for-television movies. And as I said, Stephen R. Monroe is the director of both I Spit on Your Grave 1 that came out in 2010, and then once again I Spit on Your Grave 2, which is what this review is about, that came out September 24th this year of the year of 2013. Now, what is I Spit on Your Grave 2 all about? Well, just so you guys know, I Spit on Your Grave 2 is not connected at all to the events of the first one. It's pretty much, once again, if you watch the first film, it's pretty much, once again, a rape revenge horror film. We have this girl trying to be a model. She's not getting very well. She has this portfolio. She has all these great photos, but when she gives them to this girl that can hire her, or this girl, one of her friends or something along those lines, she says, hey, this isn't what we're looking for. We need better. So she finds this. I don't want to say too much more, but so she sees this bulletin board where they say, hey, there's this flyer, little pamphlet thing that says, hey, we're giving away free photos. Give us a call. Text us your picture, and we can set you up some free photos. Well, little does she know that these people that she gets involved with ends up being kind of, they end up being kind of creeps. She ends up getting raped, and you kind of get where this is going. I don't want to say too much more because I've already kind of set some of this plot. Hope I didn't spoil for you guys. Anyways, it ends up being sort of a, rape revenge horror film. That is the plot of the Stephen R. Monroe directed film by the name of I Spit on Your Grave 2. Now, my thoughts and opinions on this film, let me talk a little bit about the original and the remake. That way I can kind of give you guys my consensus on the entire franchise as a whole. But this review is mainly going to be upon the first one. I have seen the original. It's been quite some time. It was actually, I believe, about 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, I think about a year ago when I first saw the original. So it's been quite a while. But I remember it being really cool. I actually did see the remake beforehand. So in all honesty, because I was first exposed to the remake, I do like the remake a little more, mainly for that reason, but the original is still an amazing film, really explicit, really controversial, and some really horrific and just really humiliating rape scenes. So if you're not really big on those, rape scenes, you probably don't want to watch this at all. I really like this though. I always like the actors and actresses in it, or the actress in it. So good stuff. The remake I like a lot. I love the Sarah Butler, who plays the character Jennifer Hills. I always liked her in this. I love the whole, I think I already reviewed this film on my channel, so I'm going to check that out. It was an older review, one of the first ones I made. Anyways, so we have, Sarah Butler playing Jennifer Hills. I love the whole, progression of her character. I'll put a link in the description bar below for that review if I did review it. If not, I'm sorry. I always like the whole, I love how the films are more than a drama. They're more than just a rape revenge movie. There's actually, a crooked cop who raped the girl and his wife's pregnant. So you have that whole inner drama going on that I also really like. So the writing's actually pretty good. The writing's actually pretty decent. But what do I think about I Spit on Your Grave 2? Well, I have to say, once again, Stephen R. Monroe has made a masterpiece of a film. I loved the first Honest, I loved the original, I loved the remake, but I have to say, I think that this one is probably just as good as the, I Spit on Your Grave is what it's called, the 2010 remake. I really loved the film. The actress, I believe her name is Gemma DeLander, who plays the character, I believe the character's name of Katie, and they say on the back, a no-holds-barred performance, and there's not a better way to say it. Her performance is downright amazing. Let's get some little spoilers here. The scenes where she's torturing the people are downright creepy. She gets a little strange, and you have to come to a point where you say, yeah, they raped you, but is this right? And you may not think it's right, but who's going to stop her from doing that because of what they did to her? So I like that whole, there's no black and white. There's a gray area in between there because, yes, it may not be right what she's doing, but are you really going to stop her from doing that after she was raped? So I just love that whole, there's no right or wrong here. And I just love the whole, girl coming to power, the whole, personality that she has. I really enjoyed it. The torture scenes in this film are downright amazing. I love how the film takes roughly about, I checked the time of the film, it takes about 20 minutes for all the good stuff to start happening, and I have to say, the rape scenes are just as explicit, if not more explicit, than they were in the 2010 remake by the name of I Spit on Your Grave, the first one. I really enjoyed, not that I condone rape, or not that I enjoy the rape scenes, but they are extremely explicit, very controversial. I believe the British version, the UK version, over in the UK and, in England, I believe that British version actually cut 6 minutes out of the film in order to fit their standard, UK cut rating. Here in the Americas, the United States of America, we have the 106 minutes, an hour and 46 minutes, and then in the UK, they only have an hour and 40 minutes. So I guess they cut out a good 6 minutes of the rape scenes, some of the blood and stuff. In the first one, they cut off a guy's, penis or wiener, and this one, they end up crushing the guy's balls, and it's just, so I was wondering, how are you going to go above and beyond cutting the wiener or the penis off? They do by squishing the balls. So that's just, those crazy torture scenes. My favorite scene in the movie actually is some really nice handheld camera work by the cinematographer and, whoever does that. Anyways, it's actually when the camera shakes and she actually uses this taser and she actually sticks the thing in the guy's mouth and it actually, the blood squirting out of his head and it blows a hole in the back of his head, I believe, and the camera shakes and half his whole face fries off. It's a great torture scene. If you're looking at just torture scenes alone, this movie is going to be great for that. Like I said, the performances are great. People who actually do, rape her, the performances are great with them, and then once again, the girl who actually goes and does the actual revenge scenes, she's great also. The torture scenes are good, but just as the first one, how it was a nice drama, this is a good drama too. The guy actually feels, the first one who does the rape actually feels, I actually felt a little sorry for him almost. I know it's bad to say that, but I feel a little sorry for him because he, regretted what he did. So it's almost a drama. And then you find out that the entire family is a family of sickos and, pedophiles. So it's actually not only a rape, revenge, horror, thriller, suspenseful film, but it's actually a nice drama too with that, the family being sickos. I like the priest character, the cop character, the cop, letting her go at the end. I just love that writing. Some great writing done by both writers for the writing filmography of Neil Eldman and then Thomas Fenton. So kudos to everyone involved in the film, both Neil Eldman and Thomas Fenton, the writers, and then once again Stephen R. Monroe with some of the handheld and then some of the, the actual standstill camera angles that I really enjoyed. Great lighting and stuff like that as always. I'm really curious to see if it'll get a 3. They could really go a long ways with this. I would enjoy to see a 3 and maybe just cap it off there with a trilogy. That'd be nice. Anyways, once again, thanks for watching the video by Centipede Geek for my 2013 horror film review of the film by the name of I Spit on Your Grave 2, but directed by Stephen R. Monroe. Once again, thanks for watching the video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my page below, and I'll see you guys later with more videos by Centipede Geek.